So we update on the first father fish style 64 litre budget aquarium. We've just drained out about 30% there. We're doing a slight water change here just to reduce some of the tannins again. The tannins aren't really getting greater than, it just kind of, tannins is kind of sitting stable. But there is a good brown tint on the water. As well as that, there is a good bit of algae in here. The 4 autocinclus don't even seem to be able to eat the algae quick enough, although they've done a very good job of cleaning the back of that piece of bogwood. But by the time they eat one piece, it's growing somewhere else. So a lot of the plants have a good covering of green algae again there. So we're going to reduce the light a bit, and we don't feed this tank very much anyway, but we're going to reduce the feeding. It is sitting in the window, so algae is always going to be a bit of an issue, but we can put in more autocinclus. We'll see. It's not really a bad problem at the moment. It's not in a week or so of less light, and half the feeding wouldn't give the autocinclus time to catch up. But anyway, we're just changing out some of the nitrates and some of the tannins there. Same as always, we are putting in this this water through a piece of airline tube. There are shrimp and snails in here, and autocinclus are, well, they're not hard to keep, but they can be just a wee bit pernickety, so we're just doing it that way. There is a couple of shrimp in there too, so we don't really want to shock the red cherry shrimp. I took out the yellows, and there was 2 red cherry shrimp appeared 3 or 4 weeks later, little red babies. So some of the yellows had popped out babies. Now the yellows were actually dying in this tank. Why, I never really figured it out. As I said, I put it down to the gas escaping from the substrate, and if it scored a direct hit on the shrimp. It's hard to tell from that angle whether that's a buried female or not. I know one of them had a good saddle, but then I couldn't determine whether the other red shrimp in here was a male or a female. I do have 2 other little baby red cherry shrimp in the little Fluval 19, which when they grow a bit, we will take them out and put them in with these 2 red cherries. I don't see the second red cherry now at the moment, so I don't actually know where he is now at the moment. But anyway, that's it. We just thought we would change 30%, even though it's not the father fish way, as some people would tell you. As far as I see, the father fish method, if you don't like it, change it. That's what father fish teaches me. If you don't like it, within reason, change it. And if it's okay and you do like it, leave it alone. Well, at the moment, I don't like the amount of tannins, and I don't like the amount of nitrates in this little tank. So or the amount of excess nitrates in this little tank. So I'm changing it, as Father Fish would tell me to do. So that's it. Me fish are all happy, and I don't know whether these 4 Cory are spawning anywhere or not, but I was watching a very interesting video the other day about a girl, an Asian girl, who bred autosynclus, but the fry all died about at their 3rd week. But anyway, it was a very interesting video because they say you can't breed autosynclus, or they're extremely hard to breed in captivity. But anyway, she had a successful breeding and rearing to 3 weeks. So you never know. Father Fish tells us in your natural aquarium, your fish will thrive and breed. So it would be a queer feather in my cap and in the cap of the Father Fish method if the autocyclist bred and survived in this little aquarium. Anyway, that's it, folks. Our white clouds are all still in there, happy as Larry, so, and they're fry. I've never seen another spawning from the white clouds. Why, I don't know. The first month they were spawning everywhere. Maybe adding the tropical fish, the Cory and the autosynclus, and raising the temperature has put them off spawning. Times there looks to be nice fat full females, but I've never seen the prolification of fry that I seen in the first month. Now the Cory look to be having a wee bit of fun in the back there with each other, so maybe they're going to spawn, who knows. We won't be saving any of the eggs because we have nowhere else to put Cory and I'm not getting back into loads of heated tropical aquariums. I can't afford the price of electricity, so anyway, that's it. If they spawn and some survive, they do. We'll deal with it when it happens. If they spawn and all the eggs are eaten, so be it. We're not really concerned. But they did look to be doing the nasty in the back there. It's very hard to see in the back of them pieces of bogwood. But anyway, that's it, folks. The budget Father Fish style dirted planted aquarium, 64 litre. Doing a 30% water change because I want to. 30% water change is nearly complete. And you can see the difference that 30% makes on the tannins, or the colour of the water due to the tannins. Now, we did find our other red cherry shrimp. He's hiding in underneath that piece of wood there. Our autosynclus are doing autosyncly stuff, hanging about, grazing. Our little peppers are doing what peppers do. There's our other shrimp climbing up our filter. Our white clouds are all, well, I put in a little bit of fry powder for the baby ones, or for the fry. Well, they're like teenagers now, I suppose, in the fish world. There are 6 of them in here. It's hard to see them like with that Zustafloria. I may start to trim this Zustafloria again. Kind of reluctant to trim it at the moment, because the more stemmy it gets, the more aerial roots and stuff it'll put out, and the more nitrates it'll take out of the water column. So so that's it. The Alodia has been quite slow to start growing again. I may have just cut it back too severely, so it may take a wee while to recover, but it is recovering. There's a new shoot, but I wanted some Alodia for me 105 litre setup, and we did cut the Alodia back quite considerably. It still has a really good strong base, so it will branch and sprout. It's not really a concern. The only thing that didn't really do well, like the dwarf Amazon sword, spread like mad. A lot of people say that's very hard to grow. There's a new stem, a new branch off that stem of Alodia there. I may try and untwine that out of that other plant that's in behind it. I may not. As I say, our dwarf sword is doing really well. A lot of people say it's very difficult to get established, but I never really had any bother with it. The only thing now, that specimen plant dropped all its outer leaves lately, and there's 3 or 4 new leaves in the centre of it, so it's not dying, it's just kind of dropped all the bigger outer leaves. But so they're adding to the leaf mould. Our bladders are doing really well too. And they haven't really become an issue population wise, so they did increase in population, because at the start I only seen 1, and that was it. There are a few ram's horns in here too, but they don't seem to have become an issue either, so it's all good snail wise. We will splice these 2 videos together so you can see the contrast in the colour of the tannins, and why I decided I would like to do a 30% water change. That's it, folks. Father Fish style aquariums on a budget.